It is 6:15. We are at 23 degrees outside the studio, and we have our third and final group of guests this evening. We have the Daredevil Christopher Wright in the studio. You boys want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, hey. I'm John.
I'm Jason. And I'm Jesse.
Oh, thank you so much for making it in. Pleasure to have you here in the studio.
Yeah,
and yeah, you are doing a kind of a special late night performance here on campus this evening, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Down at I don't remember what the name of the place is
It's called the Encore.
Okay.
The Encore.
We're down at the Encore, and we're playing with a fella from around here, I think.
I think Nick Bohm,
Okay.
I think, is opening.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, it starts at 10 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, it's our first time performing in Stevens Point, so...
Excellent. Well, we're very happy to have you. You have a number of fans here on campus. We've been playing your
right
albums
on.
for a while here, so yeah, lots of folks really excited to have you both in the studio and on campus tonight.
Cool.
So yeah, hooray! So we are going to kind of feature songs off of your new EP. I know you do have an album prior to this one. So how is this available now? Is it something that's still in the works?
Yeah, the EP is available now. We put it out recently. We kind of what initiated the EP release was... well, it's kind of the first fruits of this. For about 10 months we wrote and recorded new material for our new full-length that's going to be coming out in this year. And but so we recorded like 17 tracks for the record to try to have a good selection and to figure out what the best combination was for the album, and then with the intention that we could put out an EP and do a proper extended play from the same session kind of thing. And so that's what this is. It was our some B-sides from that session, those sessions, I guess.
Excellent. And this is going to be a self-release, correct?
Yeah, it's a self-release. You can purchase it now. We have through Bandcamp. We have a website called the Daredevil ChristopherWright.com.
And there's so many dots now; it's hard to say what they are.
I forget. But you know, it's connected to. You can link to all our music and purchase it off that.
And I'm so happy to hear you have it on vinyl. I love vinyl. I heart vinyl. It's just nice to hear. You know, there's a resurgence of that again. I'm really
yeah, we
glad
love
to hear
vinyl.
it.
It's expensive though.
I can imagine. Well,
Yeah.
for the diehards out there, I'm sure they appreciate your efforts and
I appreciate our effort too. I'm a vinyl guy.
excellent. Well, very cool. So you said this is your first time here in Stevens Point. Have you? You're actually all from Wisconsin, different pockets of Wisconsin, correct? We actually have some family here in the studio.
Yeah. Jason and I are brothers, and we grew up in northwestern Wisconsin in a little town called Amory. Yeah. And Jesse's.
And I grew up on the other corner, down around Racine area.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Eventually, we met up in going to university in between Eau Claire and UW Stout in Menominee. So that was kind of our musical. That continues to be our musical home. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Oh, very good. Well, pleasure to know you and have you from the state, because the show's all about Wisconsin music, so it's always nice to have folks in that have those ties.
Yeah.
Very cool. So do we want to hear a tune off the new EP?
Sure. This first one is, let's play The Animal of Choice. That's on the EP, and take it away.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted to introduce the song at all or just go for it. So.
Yeah. I guess maybe we can, I don't know, there's not much to say, I guess. Not sure what I would say, so let's let the music speak.
Yeah, no pressure. Some folks, have a story or something behind it, so it's all good. Okay,
yeah, it's good.
We'll just dive in cold turkey here.
Thank you.
Okay. This is the Daredevil Christopher Wright here on 90FM's Club Wisconsin. So we were chatting a little bit during that tune, and how exactly did this EP kind of come into fruition for you guys?
Yeah, well, John was just saying before, just a little bit about kind of what we were what we were doing the last year, and that was recording for a bigger project, a longer full-length album. And so this is more or less kind of the leftovers that we put onto this recording, and I don't know, I guess we had a plan to maybe release it later after the record came out. However, as plans would have it, we didn't have a plan to release the record before being invited by a fella from Canada to tour with him in like October into November, all the way across Canada. So we decided to put something out and not wait for plans to release the record. So this is what it was. Is the EP came out early.
So just kind of jump-started the whole process.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, when you're traveling, and our first record we put out with a label out of Eau Claire called Amble Down, and put it out in 2009, and so I did a lot of touring on top of that, and that's actually how we got to know this fellow who eventually invited us along for this Canadian trip, doing some shows in Canada, and yeah, you know, when you're traveling, it's good to have new stuff to sling at people. So we thought it'd be fun, and it was cool. You know, we were excited about the idea of doing a 10-inch, so we pressed it on a 10-inch vinyl and had our first experience trying to figure out how to do all that stuff, which was a lot of fun, and you know, it's just great to have that. It's a great platform for listening to music and have that art on there, and it's been a lot of fun getting it out there. So.
Excellent. So another reminder to folks, if you're enjoying what you're hearing, you can catch the Daredevil Christopher Wright along with opener Nick Bone tonight at the DUC Encore. They're doing a special late-night show here in Stevens Point. It's going to be from 10 p.m. until 1 a.m. So interested listeners can come harass you.
Please do.
Excellent. So it sounds like you aren't in the middle of a big whopping tour or anything like that. With it being winter, you're kind of hanging closer to home in the Midwest right now?
Yeah, it's been a bit since we got back from the little over a month long trip across Canada, which was beautiful and amazing. Went coast to coast and ended up out west and did some shows in the Pacific Northwest, and then came back home and we're in the process of nailing down plans to with some label help to release the new record, and so kind of in the intermediate time we're sticking around. The extended Midwest, I would say, in general, for the winter time here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, very good. So, do we want to throw out that website one more time for folks if they're interested in tracking down CDs or potential calendar dates if you're ever coming through this way again? Somebody want to rattle that off?
Sure. I'll rattle that off. It's the DaredevilChristopherWright.com.
Beautiful. And Wright is spelled W-R-I-G-H-T.
That's correct. And none of us are inevitable confusion, which is our own fault for naming ourselves. None of us are named Christopher. But we... Are
you Daredevils?
No, we're not that either. So it's a completely deceiving, completely, a false advertisement maybe.
Just like Radiohead is too.
There you go.
Before I knew who they were, I was expecting something a lot different.
Like Conky from Pee-wee's Playhouse or something with the radio.
Yeah, very literal.
Something like that. Yeah.
And no radios, some heads, but that's all you get.
It's true.
That's all you get.
It's true. False advertising. I concur. Absolutely.
I think the danger is when you put in what's the name for it when it's like a proper name in your band's name. I think you're asking for it then. I think that's probably where
it's an understandable confusion.
The Venn diagram is drawn with confusion and name of band. They all intersect at if you have someone's actual name in your band, they're going to actually ask, so who's Alan Parsons? Mm-hmm. Oh, nobody. Well, why'd you call it that?
It's more of a conversation starter, really. So right. I don't think it's a bad thing, you know.
No. It's all right, I think. Yeah. You know.
I don't
it's quite
mind.
Long.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind, getting replies back from people saying, thanks, Christopher, after I signed a letter with my own name. But, it works. It's fine.
That's funny. Awesome. Well, let's hear another tune off this EP. It's called The Long-Suffering Song EP, and we want to hear The Man of Significance next,
Yeah,
correct?
Please.
Anybody want to intro this one a little bit?
This is let's see, this is,
please do.
This is our first, maybe, instrumental piece. Well, not entirely two. We have a couple of real vocal heavy pieces that aren't lyrical, and and that just kind of a choral piece that opens the EP that Jason wrote, and then this one is kind of a vocal and instrumental, I don't know, attempt, to try to do something that doesn't need lyrics. So yeah, and it broadened from there and turned into this, The Man of Significance. So
okay, the Daredevil Christopher Wright here on 90 FM, Club Wisconsin. Is there anything else you want to specifically mention? Any shout-outs? Anything you want to shamelessly plug or promote while you're here?
Oh, let's see.
Don't be shy.
Really soon we're gonna make all of our back catalog available on our website.
Excellent.
And that's kind of exciting. We are using this new service that's out there for bands called Bandcamp.com. Maybe you're familiar with it.
I'm just starting to hear a little bit about it.
It's really pretty cool because they manage the sales of your record for you, and it's just this really clean interface. It's not like muddled with all kinds of advertisements. It's just your website. They take a cut of the sales, but they'll also help you with like physical sales.
Nice.
So you can buy that off of our website. You can buy the vinyl of our new EP from our website, and you can also get a free download, or a download, along with the purchase of the 10-inch right from our website. So
excellent.
That's kind of fun. And so everything we have is going to be up there very soon.
So for all the night owls that are going to make it to your show this evening, are you going to have CDs, vinyl, anything like that available for sale?
All of it. Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
T-shirts.
So you got merchandise and all that goodness.
Yeah.
Very good.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we do.
I had to agree there. Absolutely. Excellent. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for coming on. It's a pleasure to chat with you.
Yeah, pleasure to be here.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. And if you ever make it back through the neighborhood, feel free to come and harass us. And if you ever
We will do that.
feel really adventurous and want to play live in the studio,
Awesome.
it'd be a blast as
Next
well.
time, we'll get it prepped. We'll get prepped for such a thing.
Cool.
Next time.
Yeah, it's kind of fun because folks will come in here and do like a really raw acoustic kind of sound compared to the
Sure.
stage show. So
Yeah.
if you're ever feeling, like I said, adventurous, you can give it a go. It'd be a lot of fun.
Sounds great.
Okay, awesome. So I'm going to send you boys off with one last tune off of the EP. It's called Love With All Your Heart. Want to give this any kind of an intro at all?
This was a song that John, who does most of the songwriting, wrote to begin with, and then I kind of messed with it. And then we hated it for a long time, and then eventually we were like, okay, let's play this. So that's the story. Yeah, and that sort of has a lot to do with the title of the EP, doesn't it?
The
Yeah.
long-suffering song?
It's kind of a little bit of, it's kind of a lot about the writing process, I think, for us.
Yeah, and just the general.
Pursuit of the arts.
It's everything takes longer than you think it's gonna, and it's a huge emotional roller coaster to try to, keep going and get something produced. And so I think that definitely the title's kind of the title stems from that that experience, that process.
I think artists definitely live for those moments where, like, an idea comes to them so heavily that they're completely surprised and taken by it, and they get really excited. But then there's like so many of these things that you try to create that, I don't know, either become arduous for whatever reason, or they kind of like feel like they're part of this whole time in your life that feels arduous. And so this I feel like this EP is kind of an homage to it, because some of the songs, I feel like most of the songs on the EP were that, or two of them are.
They're a bit of a process.
So there.
Well, that was a beautiful introduction to this final song. I want to thank you guys so much and give folks the details one more time if you're enjoying what you're hearing. You can catch the Daredevil Christopher Wright along with opener Nick Boehm late tonight at the DUC Encore here at UWSP in Stevens Point. It starts 10 p.m., wraps up at 1 a.m. And thanks again for coming on, guys. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
You can hear the Daredevil Christopher Wright here and only here at 90FM's Club Wisconsin.
Hi, I'm Jesse from the Daredevil Christopher Wright. Stay tuned to 90FM and Club Wisconsin for great alternative music and great Wisconsin bands.
Love with all your heart, but then you say, oh no.